guys, welcome to Crafting Organization. My name is Twyla, and today we're going to do a planner review of the new Panda planner. I actually stumbled upon this planner when I was browsing Facebook, and it's said to promote positive behaviors and mental capabilities. So I thought, why not give it a try? I'm a huge planner aficionado. I've tried Erin Condren. I've tried MBK planners. I've tried Purple Trail. I've also tried plum paper planners. So I was really excited to get the chance to try this one. So I figured today we'll kind of do an unboxing and go over the different features of the planner. So it came to me like this, in just this regular yellow packaging. I do have to say that, to be competitive with things like Erin Condren, who has the fancy little boxes that are all different colors and have their, patterns and stuff on them, that this was a little lackluster. But I totally understand, from what I understand, it's a newer company and it's a smaller company than Erin Condren. So hopefully maybe in the future they'll have a little better shipping that they have. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and open this. So I've gone ahead and opened up the package. So this is what comes in the package here. It just says Panda Planner Pro. It is a non-dated monthly planner, and it has weekly and monthly review. So, and it says for productivity, time management, and happiness. It is a soft cover 6-month planner. So we'll go ahead and get this open. I want to say that this planner lists for $32, but I think with shipping it was like 38 and change. So really it's, if you're looking at planners, it's one of the cheaper planners that are out there. So anyway, on the back here it says 240 pages. It's 8.5 by 11. It has 100 GSM paperweight, expandable inner pocket, access to free video training inside. I will say that since I have ordered the planner, that I've already received a couple of emails that have promised they're like little YouTube videos or little training scenarios that are supposed to go along with the planner to help you increase productivity. It does say that by using Panda Planner, you can increase productivity, get organized, hit your goals, develop better time management skills, achieve work-life balance, feel happier, and live a more fulfilled life. And also over here, it says a portion of every sale goes towards planting new trees all around the world. So onetreeplanted.org is the company that they use for that. All right, let's go ahead and slide. I guess it opens up. Open it up here. Let's take this off. I'll set this over to the side. It is a soft cover, but it's not really like leather, but it is thicker. It is kind of a thicker thing. I hope that holds up. I am a high school teacher, so I take my planner pretty much everywhere with me. It lives in my teacher bag, which can be a rough place sometimes. So I hope that this cover will hold up and withstand that. I normally opt for the thicker laminated covers. That's usually what I get whenever I decide to order a planner. It does have this little panda bear on there. He's got a little folded ear and the other ears here. I hope you can see that on camera. But that's really it. It doesn't offer any personalization or anything like that. So it's not really a planner that is one that is cutesy. It's definitely more of a professional type planner. I do know that the covers come on some of the planners. They offer like a smaller version of it that comes in different colors, but as far as I know, with the Panda Planner Pro, which is what this one is, that it just comes with a black cover. Okay. So there's actually a couple of coupons there. And this first one says, wait, before you get started, make sure you grab your free video mini course. So there is a little mini course that you have here to look at how to use the planner, how to make it the most useful for you. Like I said, I'm a teacher, so I kind of am planning on using this for some lesson plans and some stuff like that. So I may end up altering some of the ways that they suggest that you use it to make it a little bit more useful for me. But it does say like each day you'll be using the daily section. Start by filling out the morning review after you wake up. Fill out your top 3 priorities for the day. Fill out your daily schedule. Fill out or list out your tasks. At night, fill out the end of the day review. Watch your productivity and happiness explode and receive compliments from all of your friends. Once per week, use the weekly section to reflect on the past 7 days and plan your upcoming week. And then it says use the monthly session to plan both big events in your month and your goals. Over time, you'll notice your productivity and time management skills increasing dramatically. Most people also find that they are happier and more satisfied with their lives. Overall, everything just gets better. So there's a little instructional sheet here at the front, and then it goes straight into the monthly Panda Planner section. So on the monthly section that you have, the paper feels really, really thick. I actually really like that because I tend to write a little harder, and I'm pretty picky about the pens that I use. So that actually makes me really happy that it's thicker paper. But up here, nothing is filled out on the planner. So you will fill in the month at the top, and then the focus, and then the habit that you want to focus on for the month, and then you'll date your boxes, and there's these little H's in the corners here for whenever you complete your habit for that day. You can color that in or check that off or something like that. And then down at the bottom it says this month's goals. So you list 3 goals. And then I really love this, that you list your reasons why. So why do you want to accomplish these goals? I think that that's really a good thing to have. And then it says distractions to avoid. So you're really thinking about your goals and then planning out why you want to do them, and then your distractions to avoid there. And then at the end of the month, you would come over here and write down your this month's wins, when you were at your best, and then any insights that you've gained. There's also like a small notes section here. The boxes are pretty big. I like that because I like to use washi tape and stickers to enhance my boxes. So that gives you plenty of room to move through there. And then on your monthly section, you just have 6 months for you to use, although there's more than 6 years. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you have 12, you actually have 12 full months, so you could plan out your whole year in the monthly section. Then after that, you go to the weekly section. So you move directly into weekly. And here at the weekly section, you use 1 page per day, or per week, I apologize. So at the top, you have a day and date. And then this one says any big wins that you've had for the week, and then how you'll improve. I really like that, like the how you'll improve. So it's kind of like a cross between a planner and then maybe like the bullet journaling that's really big right now. So I really like that part of it. And then things I will do to make this week great. You have a personal box, a work box, family and friends, and then relationship. You also have 3 things you're looking forward to, and then habits you're focusing on developing. So that's obviously going to be the habits that you put in the month planner, or maybe there's something specific because there's 2 spaces here. So maybe there's something specific for the week that you're wanting to focus on. And it says learn something new and then a passion project. So if there's like a hobby or something that you have, I would put that down there in the passion project area. Then you have 4 boxes for projects. I actually really like that. I teach 3 classes, so I would probably use like these 3 areas for the 3 classes that I teach. And then maybe the 4th area to be like a meetings area or something like that. I could totally see me using that for the meetings area. And then you have top goals down here at the bottom. So you have 5 top goals that you have. And then it just goes through the weekly section as well. You do have back here, you do have 3 different ribbons. So the idea would be for you to mark your monthly view, your weekly view, and then your daily view with these different ribbons. So that way you could get to them. With them not being different colors or anything specific, I would probably put some sort of indicator on each one just so I know which is which. Or maybe you could just look at the bottom, I guess, and see, but like where each thing goes. So like you would know that that was monthly, and then this is weekly, and then obviously daily would be the next one. So anyway, there are several, let me move that. There are several pages for the weekly view. And then it gets into daily review. Let me get back there. Okay. So then there's several pages for the weekly view because you have, this would be the first week and then the second week. So there's plenty of pages for you to plan quite a bit of things there. And then the last section is the daily review. So on the daily review, you have your day and date, and then your daily habit that you're wanting to focus on. And this also has one of those little H's there. So you could mark that off on your daily review and then go back and mark it on the monthly review. And then in your morning review, because if you remember when I read, it said that there was like a in the morning and then in the evening. So morning review, I'm grateful for. And then you have a focus here. I could totally see putting a focus there, like a Bible study or something like that. If you were working in a specific Bible study and you had a Bible verse that you wanted to remember, or, if you were doing like your quiet time or something like that, like I could see writing a Bible verse there for the focus. And then in your morning review, you're going to write 3 things that you're excited about for the day. I really like that. That box. I just feel like it's so important to remember things that you're excited about, especially if you work in a more stressful job or something like that, like just remembering 3 things that you're really excited about for the day. And then there's an exercise box. So if you're working on, if one of your daily habits is to exercise, or your monthly habit is to exercise, and you can write down like what your exercise is there. And then there's a box here that says affirmation. So you could also put like a Bible study kind of thing there where it says affirmation. And then you have a schedule that runs from 6 a.m. until 9 p.m. And that is awesome to have that. And then it just does whole like by the hours. So if there was something for 6:30, there's a line in between. So you could write out like 6:30, 7:30, whatever it was. And then you have a space for 5 priorities for the day. And then you have a tasks box down here. So that would be like a to-do list area. And then down here at the bottom, there's an end of the day review, and it says today's wins. And then there's only one line on how you're going to improve for the day. So out of all of these positive reinforcements that you have, there's only one section that says how you'll improve for the day. And I really like that a lot. The task box already comes with, some little checkbox areas, and then there's a little notes section in case you have a meeting and you need to take some notes over there. And so there are several of these. Let me go ahead and mark my page. There are several pages of these that runs through, like these are all daily pages. And I really like the fact that if you don't do a whole lot of things on the weekend, like if I was using this for something like lesson planning or for my school life or something like that, I may not need to actually schedule a day for Saturday and Sunday because I kind of know what I'm going to do on those days. So I don't feel like I'm wasting space in my planner when I don't schedule something for those days. I really do like that. I'm not much of a day specific planner. I typically get like the monthly views and then the weekly views. I steer clear of like the scheduling ones. Those are a little overwhelming for me to write down something that I do every single hour. But I think that it's good to have those, for like parent meetings or something like that that I have to do. So this will definitely be something new for me to try out, especially, working in the morning and then having something here for today's priorities and then going back and reviewing the end of each day. I think it'll be really interesting to see how I keep up with this and whether or not that's going to be successful for me. And then back here at the very, very back, you have a note section and it's got the dotted grid lines. So I really like those actually because there are several times that I need to sketch something out. Like, I'm currently on a prom committee right now. And so if there's something like if we go to a prom meeting and I need to sketch something out in the corner, then I don't, it doesn't feel weird to have all of those lines there. It's just this very faint dotted grid paper. So that's actually really, really helpful here. It does say down here at the bottom, designed with love in Boston, printed with care in China. So that way you know where your items come from. And then the very last area has this expandable pocket folder that is completely paper, and that makes me so nervous. It's actually attached to the cover here, but I can tell just from experience with stuff that one, this is not going to hold a whole lot, and two, it's probably not going to last me 6 months, and that's just genuinely because paper doesn't last 6 months in a teacher's bag. So that's probably going to be for very minimal things. So I probably won't be utilizing that as much. And then the very last part has this rubber or this elastic band. I do like the fact that it is attached in the cover, so I feel like that's not going to go anywhere. It's actually very secure, and it's, like I said, it's attached in the cover, so you don't have to take this part off, and then you have this elastic band that's over to the side, kind of keeping your area cluttered while it's over to the side. Overall, I'm excited to use the planner. I'm excited to see how my productivity will increase by using this planner. I think the overall thing with increasing productivity is just the fact of like having the planner every day and looking at your morning review and then going back to, the end of the day, what did you get accomplished? But I think that this is absolutely like, it's a very much a blank slate in some ways. I mean, there's not, like I can start tomorrow. I don't have to wait until a specific month or date for, using this planner. Like I could start tomorrow, and then if something happens and I get super busy and I don't use it for a month or something like that, I can pick up right where I left off. So I do like that area. I also really like all of the positive affirmations that are in here. I mean, it's just constantly asking you to look towards the positive or to think about something positive, or it kind of refocuses your ideas to be something that is more positive, positively centered, I guess is a really good way to put it. I will definitely be using some stickers to kind of jazz this up. I do like planners that have more color to them or a little bit snazzier, and I am nervous about the fact that it's not a hardcover, so I do hope that it survives in my teacher's bag. I am excited to use the binding one, so like it's a bound book here, and I do like that. I know that Erin Condren has come out with some of those bound books, and they've kind of become a little bit more popular. I do have a special hole punch that I use at my desk to go through and hole punch stuff in. So like if it was a month and I had a wedding invitation or a birth announcement or something like that, like I would snap it into the corner or into the spiral bind of my normal planner that I use. So that way I have that there. And I found that that's really handy, especially with wedding announcements, that where you have like instructions and stuff or directions, I guess, rather, you know, like you can just pull that out of your planner and go. I don't like the idea of needing to dig through this little envelope in the back to find those, but maybe I can find some sort of hack to figure out what I could do with that instead. I mean, I'm sure something like a paper clip at the top of the page or something like that will work just as well. So overall, I'm really excited to go ahead and start using my planner, and I will definitely do a follow-up video to let you know if I feel like I've been more productive, or, you know, if I feel like maybe it's a little too overwhelming to fill in all the boxes, or how I've changed this to actually be specific to a teacher's life. Because I think that that's kind of something that a lot of people have tried to cater to, but I always feel like teacher planners are always more for like the elementary school type stuff, especially because, I mean, I don't want to have to keep a roster in my planner. That's just privacy information that I don't need to be carrying with me all the time. So we'll see how this goes. But overall, I'm excited to give it a try. If you're interested in this or any other possible reviews that I may have, just feel free to click subscribe and you'll get those alerts whenever I upload something. So thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day.